So it's time for our Friday Tech Roundup, and quite easily, the biggest story of the week has to be Samsung unveiling, unpacking, unboxing their brand new Galaxy Note 8 that was on Wednesday evening. We're joined this morning by Bryan Smith, the general manager of bandwidthblog.com, and of course the device. It's sitting over there to turn us all green with envy. Bryan, we were both at the launch on Wednesday night, connected to a global audience via a live stream on Facebook. An incredible piece. It almost feels like a quantum leap forward this year in smartphone technology. I'm going to ask you to turn that beauty on so we can get the home screen. But this has got to be the biggest story this week. This is a massive launch.
Most definitely. This is probably the most powerful premium piece of technology on the market, and I think South Africans can definitely look forward to getting this in their hands in short order.
There are so many standout features. When I look at the connectivity of how you can take this phone, you can start your day with the phone in your hand, you can connect it to the decks, you can utter commands through Bixby, the multitasking, the two cameras. There are so many standout features. What leapt off the page for you? What really stood out?
Well, there are a number of things. So the Galaxy Note 8 is slightly more broad on the shoulders than the Galaxy S8. It inherits the same Infinity display. So as you can see, it's got an incredibly wide 6.3-inch display. You're definitely going to appreciate that when you're watching YouTube videos or absorbing any other kind of content.
100%.
And given that it's a Note device, obviously there's a stylus in tow in form of the S Pen. Now, if we take the device off the shelf, one of my favorite features underneath actually is if you unsheath the stylus, you can actually make a note directly on the lock screen. So it's a fantastic way if you have to remember some groceries or your significant other's birthday. It's a really handy little feature.
And then you can also save those notes as well. And what I loved, because I'm that kind of person, and I'm often in the water shooting ridiculous things, the fact that you can use the pen and the phone underwater, that's mind-blowing.
Definitely, it's total convenience. And if we look under the hood, this has the new Qualcomm Snapdragon 835 processor, which is the same on board the Galaxy S8. So you're definitely going to notice the performance. And that definitely comes into play if you open the camera. This is the first Samsung device with a dual camera array. And what's interesting is it has dual pixel technology, so the autofocus is incredibly quick. I'll actually focus if you wouldn't mind holding up your hand.
What's up? Hello.
I don't know if you notice how quick that was. That's in part thanks to dual pixel technology.
Is that what my hand looks like?
Which is a combination of two autofocus technologies. There are two other things we can talk about with the cameras which really entice me. The one is dual capture, which means from one capture you can actually take two images using both of the cameras at the same time. The other is called live capture, which means that once you've taken an image, you can adjust the depth of field thereafter. So even a month after you've taken the image, you can adjust it. If we talk about the interface briefly, it's the same Samsung Experience skin that debuted on the Galaxy S8, and obviously with the Snapdragon 835, this is an absolute breeze.
It's fast, man. Yeah.
We've got some great new interface features with the S Pen. I think one of my favorites, for example, being that if you happen to have some foreign text in another language, all you need to do is highlight it with the S Pen and your phone will automatically translate it for you, which is absolute convenience in the modern world.
It's a phone for the millennial, it's a phone for the global community out there, and it's a phone for someone in my industry. The multitasking features were just mind-blowing, and that camera is something truly to behold. So the South African market, I think, is chomping at the bit to get our hands on this. Talk to me about price tag, talk to me about when it is going to enter the South African fold.
Fantastic. So this obviously is a very premium smartphone. It's going to retail for 18,499 at a drop. Pre-orders have started already. If you've pre-ordered, you'll get your device from September 15th onwards. If you don't want to pre-order but you still want to buy it, you can get one from September 22nd onwards.
I would imagine that list is very, very long at the moment. You also get Samsung support. I think they're offering 6 months free Samsung support for certain elements of the repair and maintenance as well if you get on that waiting order. So get on it now. A really impressive phone, the Note 8. Guys, I'm still waiting for my goodie bag. Bring it, guys. Dude, thank you so much, Bryan, for unpacking this incredible phone. And I think a lot of South Africans this is going to turn you green with envy, and we can't wait to unpack more features of the Galaxy Note 8. And lucky for us, we get to play with it in our studio a little next week. In fact, this entire week, we're going to see if we can rope it in, and also make sure that you catch our show next Monday when we give you an exclusive from that official Galaxy Note 8 launch event that I went to. Really was mind-blowing. Little surprise to announce as well. Oh, but you're going to have to stay tuned to find out.